Podcast starts at 19 seconds.
Welcome to a new episode of Fit the Description, a Black Men's podcast where various black men come together to talk about life, society, entertainment, culture, news, and whatever else we want to talk about from various black men's perspectives. I'm your host, G, and today we got Keith. All right, and hold on, I want to give us a second real quick because somebody just joined in. And we got B.
Oh, what's up?
There we go. Now, with that being said, on your way in, make sure to like, subscribe, follow, depending on your platform. Check us out on Instagram, opinion_piece_network. My bad. I know I say it every podcast, but I'll say it again. I need to work on it. My bad. Make sure to check out the Clips channel, Fit the Description podcast over there on YouTube. And I'll mention it one more time. We do have a Patreon. And again, until we get the audience bigger, I'm probably not going to work on that. We have some content on there if you want to check it out. So you can go ahead and check it out if you want to support the podcast. But once again, it's not going to be worked on until we build an audience. Oh, last thing I want to mention, make sure to comment because on this podcast, we do read your comments. And if it's good enough, we'll read them off. And who knows, if it's really good, maybe one of us may ask you to come on and have a conversation with one of us. It happened before, it could happen again. It just depends on what each person wants to do. But with that being said, thanks for checking us out, and let's go ahead and get to the podcast. So what's up, everybody?
Been busy. Let's say that. Well, minus last week, I was more in pain and sick just because of the previous 2 weeks before that. There's been a lot of house development in my home. Been a lot of cleaning it up, and uh, yeah, I'm just going through the old pains
Yeah, you,
of being in my 30s, and not in good shape. So, uh, yeah, so pretty much last week was just pretty much the consequence.
one thing I'll say, the best thing about me is that I did have a gig, and because that gig took so much work, I was able to lose a ton of weight. So yes, I'm actually slim now. I don't have my stomach anymore. So that's some good news. And just like you, B, I've been dealing with a lot of housework on my end too. Still got some vacuuming to do in my room. Got to get that all vacuumed, but for the most part, I mean, I haven't been sick, but well, yeah, I haven't really been sick. I had a couple of, my little stomach's problems as usual, but outside of that, I've been pretty good. So, besides the fact of I've freaking applied to like a bunch of jobs, and I like in one day, I got like what, like 15 denials, which was great.
I know. I've been looking too.
Man, there is nothing.
Man.
Go ahead.
No, I said Saturdays, like I said, where we live is just brutally hard, especially if you have talent. That's
Hmm.
not that what a group of town folks don't see as pretty much valuable. So, you
Yeah.
know, it's just tough. Yeah, I've been looking like a mug too. Yeah.
No, I mean I am glad though, because I was here. Like I said, that job came at the right time. I was able to pay off some bills. So, well, I should say gig. So
Yeah.
I've been paying off a lot of bills. So I am good for the next couple of years. Well, not really. Well, certain things I'm good for the next couple of years. Other things I gotta wait for. So,
Oh, yeah, the yearly subscription.
yep, and I do that all the time. That's why I tell people. People always ask, why don't you do monthly?" So I ain't gotta deal with it. Like if anybody ever asks why do I do yearly subscription on as much as I can, is when I got it, I go ahead pay for it, and then I don't have to worry about it at all. And yeah,
Mhm.
it's worked for me. That's one thing I tell everybody if you can afford it. I know some people can't. Trust me. Earlier this year was pretty tough. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like I said, look, we'll start with a lighter topic. Did you hear about what they did to my boy Mario? One of the first games I ever played in my life.
I saw a title. I just didn't look into it.
They tur- they turned
Yeah, go
that
ahead.
they turned that dude into a straight simp.
What happened?
So Nintendo came out and basically said Mario and Princess Peach are just good friends.
I could have sworn they said there were a couple at one time.
Mario, actually, I'll even bring it up. If you're looking on the screen right now, it says it right here.
Uh,
Nintendo confirms Mario and Princess Peach are just good friends. Yeah, that's foolish. I mean, I'm sorry. Like, you basically turned Mario into probably the number one simp as a character.
yeah, I guess they're gonna have to define friends because it'll have to be friends with benefits or something.
Yeah, I ain't doing all that for just a homegirl. Me and James talked about it a couple of months ago, and he asked me, "What would you do? Well, what was it? What would you do?" Basically, he said, "If someone was to break into your house and you had to defend if you had to defend a chick, would you do it?" And then it turned into, because we already said it in an earlier podcast, so I don't want to, but I'll just go to the main point. Then it turned into, would you go and put your life on the line for the side chick? I'm like, yeah. I mean, I'll tell her she gonna have to pretty much, she better like, come along. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna put my life on the line for no side chick. That's all I want to say.
Nah. Especially when you talking about my life. Like, nah,
Yeah, it ain't
nah.
like I said, I'll do the most. Like, you better come on, hurry up. But yeah, if you just a one night stand, I ain't gonna be taking you seriously.
Fine.
And that's what I'm saying, man. They destroy Mario with this because the fact that this dude goes through all this shit, all these worlds. I mean, number one, the first time maybe I may let it slide. Maybe I'm thinking something, but you're talking about going through all this shit, and the best he gets is a kiss on the cheek, and we're just friends now. But you gotta go. You trouble. You too much trouble. I ain't doing it.
Man, I feel like that's a disappointing news. Like,
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I'll say is I know Mario, I mean, it's never really been indicated that Peach's feelings were ever as high as Mario, so I don't ever see them in a relationship, but maybe he might have thought they were in a relationship. He
I,
just never indicated that, she popping that ass for Mario, so never got those vibes.
I mean, I gotta ask you, man, how far would you go for just a good friend?
A friend or a side chick, there's a difference.
You know what? Let's explain the difference. What's the difference between a friend and a side chick? Like, on what you would go, on how far you would go from them to kind of like
Oh,
protect the lights, whatever.
like a female friend, I wouldn't go above and beyond at all. But a side chick, it just depends on what the situation is, to be honest with you.
All right. Well, I'll just set up the situation. The situation is that she just a girl that you fucking on the side, but you ain't trying to make her a long term situation.
Well, no. Well, no, I'm talking about the life saving situation. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying if it was a side chick, but she's only a side chick, like you have no goals of marrying her. She's just a girl that you mess with from time to time.
I'm saying. And okay, but I'm saying it just depends on the situation. If it's a home invasion and I'm already there, of course I'm gonna say like I don't have no choice. She can't do nothing. Like I'm not gonna put myself in front of a bullet for a side chick. No.
Yeah.
that's why I said it's different levels to depends on the situation. If you and her are riding together and the car's getting robbed, then obviously you have to act or you don't act. It's either one or the other. That's what I'm saying. Like, what's the situation?
I guess we could play both situations out. So you're basically so let's say a dude breaks into the house. Are you gonna go down and put your life on the line? And I guess if a dude breaks
I
in the
mean,
house, it's just a side chick. How far would you go? Would you just be like, I mean, I guess if it's your house, you're going to have to go down and check because it's your house, but it's not really going to be for her. Like you said, you ain't going to take a bullet for her, correct?
exactly. It's like if it's my house, like I know my layout, so I'm getting in position. Like I'm not just gonna be in the bed. Because what if this dude has, you know, you know, what if all I have out the door is a Glock and he has a fucking sawed off? Then what? I don't know. I'd rather face the situation at hand. But like I said, it's not even for her. I mean, like I said,
It's your
even if
house,
it's
yeah.
her house,
Yeah, that
so
makes
yeah, like
sense.
I said, it's not even for her.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's a bad example because because I would even do that for my house. I don't care the side chick's
Now,
there. I don't care
now,
whoever's there. It's my home. So I
now,
guess.
if you were to say something like you're out and about with your side chick and she gets into an argument with another chick or an old friend, and then a couple people come and beat her up, and they got homeboys and they got guns or knives, am I gonna act like I heard? No, I'm gonna get my food. I'm gonna get my food and act like. And if they come to me and be like, "Hey, do you know this bitch?" I am blocked. You got me. I just came to this fucking taco truck to get some tacos, and she happened to be speaking to me. Like I'm not jumping in. And if she survives, then that's that. We have no contact to ever talk again. But no, I'm not
Nah, I would have
saving
been
those
like,
nights. And
if they would have came asked me, do you know her? I mean, I was trying to holler, but obviously you got.
I wouldn't even say that. That's a lot. He said, I'm trying to holler. Nope. Like I said,
Nah,
I know how those situations go. You any type of affiliated with this chick, it's like you about to get a fucking mud hole stomped in your ass too. I'm good. Now, that's a life or death situation. And
oh
she
yeah,
kind of just
yeah,
got to
yeah,
be like, it was,
yeah.
it was fun while it lasted, but it's over now.
Yep.
But
Nah, as somebody who's been in a similar situation like that, not really with the side chick, but there was this girl back in the day. I remember her because the one thing I remember about her is she always used to get her old dude always into fight, always into trouble. And they wound up breaking up. And so then she came over and talked to me. And again, this was years ago, so I can't really remember the situation, but she tried to do that shit to me. And I was like, she came at me, she's like, "Are you gonna do something?" And I'm like, "I ain't doing shit. I don't know you like that." And I remember she gave me this crazy ass look because the thing is, because I knew how she because the reason why I was like that was because I remember how she was with her old dude and how she used to always get him set up into fights and shit. And I'm like, I ain't gonna be that dude. And like I said, it's kind of weird for me to be like that because at that age, I was the dude who'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna come to your defense. But I just remember how she was with her old dude, and then she tried to pull that shit with me. I'm like, nah, fuck that.
I can't tell you how many times a girl trying to come at me with some type of problem nonsense, trying to put me into it. And
Yeah,
I'm like, nah, man.
yeah.
Like you on your own, dude. I don't play those type of games. They wouldn't be dealing with the most wildest person of all time. I'm just like, nah. You can take one look at that and like, nah, I ain't fuck with this dude.
Man. I
No.
mean, I remember the last time I almost got into a situation like that,
Mhm.
and one of the homegirls got into it with like some other dude,
Uh-huh.
and I'm like, everything cool, whatever. And she's like, yeah, we're cool, whatever. She was able to like cool things down. And I remember walking away from that situation. I'm like, what? Why the fuck did I come to the defense of this girl? And I was gonna get nothing out of it. I think that was the last time I ever did anything like that for just some homegirl. Because I just had like an epiphany. I'm like, yeah, no, that wasn't worth it. The best I'll do is cool shit down. But if it ain't my girl, I if it ain't my girl, or like Keith said, depending on the situation, if it ain't my girl, I ain't putting myself in that situation no more.
Exactly.
It ain't worth
Man,
it.
I'm crazy. All I do is security. So, way in Hollywood used to have this place called Apple's Theater, and I used to sit in front, and there was a glass door in between me and the casino. Man, it was a god beating on this lady. First off, I let it happen because first off, I'm not leaving my phone. Second of all, that ain't my goddamn business. So I'm Zappos security. What happens outside the glass? That's Planet Hollywood security problem. So for y'all to even be like, oh, I'm gonna ask if everything is all right. Hell no. I got a lot of stories of where I've witnessed, hey, at my job now, it was I stood in, but the last time I tried to deter a situation, I was coming back from the taco truck getting tacos, and this dude who didn't obviously know he was a dude, this was like maybe 3 years ago. Maybe like 3 years ago, yeah. This dude was arguing with this big white chick. This nigga roundhouse her ass, kicked her dead in the mouth, missed my head by maybe a quarter of an inch. Fucking German dude. And so, like I push him off. She goes the other way. The cops come. They want me to give a statement. All this shit. But mind you, I almost got kicked in the head. So that was the last time I even got involved. I was like, these gays can kick each other's asses for all I care because I work in a very rainbow-esque community. But like I said, this dude, he forgot he was a dude and just squared up with this chick. It was crazy. And like I said, she got her ass whooped.
Hey man,
do weird up and roundhouse. It was hilarious. Until that motherfucker swooped by my face. Ever since then, I just let shit happen. I got a bunch of stories where I just don't watch people, dudes fuck up chicks and vice versa.
Dude, I was the same way. Like when a fight broke down, no, when I first started, I actually did try. I tried to stop the fight, but when I felt the strength of some of these people, and, when you get mad, you get hella strong. When I had to deal with some people and the strength that they had when they got mad, I was like, oh hell no, I don't get paid enough to deal with this shit.
No, exactly. I don't watch chicks beat up dudes. Like, okay, so I'm not gonna help one gender and say screw the other gender. I just said I'm not gonna help no gender. Exactly. I'm just gonna let everybody. I like it's this chick at the bar that I work next to. She gotta be like 6'3", 6'4". Like she damn near my height. She a big white chick. Man, I done seen this bitch cold cock niggas in the face straight up. Like she's crazy. But it's like she got the whole bar that fucking backs her, and it's a bunch of old ass white biker dudes. So I'm like, I'm the last option. in any of what's going on around me. If I need help, all I need to do is do the call sign, and I got at least 4 hiker dudes with guns coming to help me. So you think I'm trying to square up and fight with anybody? Like I said, the last time I almost got into a fight was with a midget black dude at the job because his so-called pregnant girlfriend was throwing up in front of the damn store. And that was the last time I've gotten into a fight because don't get me wrong, I was being a little disrespectful. But, he was a bag of bitches for sure. So he tried to step to me. He would have had to have been like 5 foot. Oh, I'm from New York and all this shit. So it was his homeboy and or it was his 2 homeboys and his girl holding him back, and then everybody from the dispensary was holding me back. But the crazy part about what you just said, you don't know how much strength you have. Mm-hmm. So when I'm looking at everybody, mind you, it's like 4 people from the dispensary, another 5 people from the bar that are trying to stop me from getting to this dude. And I didn't know any of that. So every time I hear this story from Nick, like the dude at the bar, he's like, dude, it's like 8 of us to hold you back. So mind you, his friend is in front of me, but like he's standing with his back towards me, so he has on a backpack. So I pick up his, so the dude's like, if these people weren't in front of me, I would fuck you up. So I picked up his friend, moved his friend out the way, and was like, nigga, I'm in your face now, and he didn't do anything. So that's the type of shit that I get mad. This is why I don't fight, because people want me to hit first. And I fuck around and kill somebody at this point. Mm-hmm. So that's why I say, I say it all the time, I got about 1 to 2 good fights in me. For a dude of my size, I got like 1 good fight. For a dude like G's size, I probably got 2 or 3.
Probably got like 4 or 5. Sure. Let's just be honest.
Nah. Every day is a challenge, brother. Trust me. I need 1 or 2 good fights, baby. And I'm not wasting them on a dude of my size, for sure.
Man, I remember and this is the only time I ever worked security. I was working at this place basically where you feed people dinner, and they had to assign people, and they needed somebody to work security. So guess who they chose? They chose me. I'm like, okay, whatever, right? And everything was cool. Then this one dude, and honestly, he was like 3 inches taller than Keith, but this dude was like muscle. And then I don't know what happened, but I saw him get into it with this one homeless chick, and they started getting at it, and that dude like it was getting tough. He started getting in her face. Then she looked at me. She's like, "You need to do something about this. You need to stop this. You need to go get this dude." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, I looked at her. I'm not gonna lie. I shook my head. I said, "Nope." I said, "Hold on. Let me look at the main guy." I was in the back, got the dude around this place, and he got involved and was able to cool it down because he actually ran it. But I was like, I'm not getting involved with that shit. That dude's huge, and he's nothing but muscle. I'm like, hell no. She looked right at me and said, "Do something." I'm like, no. No, I'm not. I ain't doing shit. That's the last time they ever put me at security. They said, "You're not doing security no more." I said, "Exactly." I remember telling them, I don't know why you put me here in the first place. Because they didn't think I was going to do nothing. They wanted me to do something about the girl that was giving guys blowjobs. I'm like, I ain't doing shit. What? They're having a good time. She making money.
Man, I remember I was working at a gate at some concert. Man, the girls and their friends. My supervisor, right? He's a cool dude. And, these girls and their friends, they were drunk. They started to touch me. He started twerking on me. I'm looking at I had my hands up. I'm looking at my supervisor like, "Dad, what do you want me to do?" And my supervisor's like, "Shit." Hey man, I ain't gonna say I ain't see shit, bro. Hey, you sure? Like, yeah, man, I got you. And then and then and then some of the people who was waiting for another party, like, yeah, brother, you lucky as hell. I'm like, no, I ain't. 'Cause I ain't about to lose a paycheck for this bullshit. But but I got him good. Like my supervisor, he had my back and everything like that. So I was like, hey man, hey. My job was, you know, real particular when it comes to like these young women. They prefer to have women dealing with women and so forth, so forth. So
Yeah.
I
So
was
yeah.
like,
So you're not allowed to get involved with women. Women had to go
yeah,
get involved with that.
exactly.
Yeah, and that makes sense because yeah, they'll catch a case probably because of that.
Hmm.
Probably says a
Exactly.
probably says a crap like it's sexual harassment or
Exactly.
it goes back to this theory about why say like this whole entire argument of like why when men should be playing with women. And I always use this example. I said this is the problem with that situation. Think about like a guy like I don't know. I'm just going to throw out a name like Chris Paul,
Mhm.
and he's on a fast break, and he's playing a female basketball player, and he goes up for a layup, and he just so happens to go up and it crashes to the girl and just winds up landing wrong, and then he winds up grabbing her tit, just like
Mhm.
just because of momentum, and he actually squeezes whatever, and then he gets up and he gets out of there, and then she comes up and just and like she grabs her chest like, you know, think about that shit.
Hmm.
Think about that shit. There's
Uh,
not. Go ahead.
oh, go ahead. Sorry. Sorry.
No, no, I thought you were going to say something.
No, I was my allergies bothering me, so I was just trying to get my nose in order.
Yeah, trust me,
Sorry.
mine's
Yeah.
just it, but it's all right. I'll finish this up then. But yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like people don't be thinking about that. So I get what you're saying about how why they won't let men get involved anymore. So although it that would probably suck because let's say if a situation happened and the girls like there's no girls around and like two girls are fighting, they gonna have to wait a long time for somebody to come help them out.
Oh yeah. So trust me. I've been in plenty situations where, we didn't have no girl securities around, and we had to, deal with these argumentative chicks, who are violent, trying to throw down, and there's nothing you could really do about it. You could try like I said, hold them back or whatever, but you still gotta be careful with that as well because, like I said, it's so easy to catch a charge against us for
Hmm.
for just trying to defend ourselves, you know. And then, like I said, there's many times where we actually might need to just throw hands, with
What
some of
with the
these
female?
violent women.
Oh,
Yes.
for real? Hold on, wait. Hey, Keith,
Yeah.
have you ever been in that situation where, like, with your job, where you almost had to throw hands with a female?
Oh, dude, yeah. At what was it? At In Your Frog. Um, that's like a bar. Well, it used to be like a bar nightclub. So we're at the end of the night. Yeah, man. I think I got 2 hours left. So there's a downstairs and an upstairs, and there was a whole like Mexican crew. Got the private little stage area,
Oh shit.
and but it was a whole not a home sorry a wheelchair. It was what they had with him, and he's sweating profusely, but we could tell something was wrong. So
Yeah.
this dude just starts peeing like on the stage. So we're like, oh, like go to the bathroom. He's like, oh, he's in a wheelchair. Like I don't care if he's in a wheelchair. So mind you, it's like it's maybe like two guys that are my size. So I called them up instantly, because they're just talking shit. And I'm like, it's like maybe like 7 of these dudes. So upstairs the area, like I said, has the private tables. So there's big wooden tables that got bar service all around us. So there's like 5 of them in a row. So these guys are on the stage on the opposite side. So we're in between the tables and them. So we're going like, okay, you guys have to get the hell out of here because you guys, like, this dude, he peed everywhere. So he starts cussing at us, talking shit, blah blah blah. So we start saying no like leg jokes or whatever, talking shit, and he's just not having it. So this dude, he throws his beer at me. So I grab his ass out of the chair, throw him to the bathroom, and go. So stupid now that I think about it. I forgot. Go clean your pissy ass up. I threw at the bathroom door. Mind you, can't walk. So that just erupts. So 6 of these dudes. So the chick. So I bump into the table, and so the people in the back of us is mad. So one of the chicks fucking jump on my back, scratch my face, and so I throw her over my back onto the table with all the bottle service, and then I stomped her the fuck out because I'm just fighting at this point.
Makes
so
sense.
It's an all-out brawl. I'm fucking bleeding, bro. My face is fucked up. So all that shit happened. So the next day I went to my job and was like, bro, y'all can sure I'm not doing this no more. Because every day it was like, well, not every day because it was only on the weekends. It was only on Friday, Saturday, I think. But it was like every weekend. So, but that night I had to take the bus home, and I'm like, bro, if these motherfuckers try to kill me, this is it. I mean, I made it home or whatever, but I was like, I can't keep fighting. This was like maybe like, I think it was like right before the pandemic. I think it was like right before. And it was just, oh my God, it was just fucked up, man. But yeah, that was the last time I fucking hurt a female. Because then I walked downstairs and I told my supervisor everything that happened, and they had the fucking camera footage. And they're laughing like a motherfucker. Like I lost my ring. I had to go back up there and get it. But I didn't know that I punched somebody so hard I broke the ring. Like that's how bad it was.
Jeez.
But yeah, dude, it was. So I don't. It's been some fucked up shit.
Hey man, brother, I don't blame you, man. Like the people.
When I fucking watched the footage like a couple of days later, oh my God, it's so funny. I wish I would have still like asked them for it, but I don't know if they would have gave it to me. Fucking hell of a fight that night. Yeah, I stomped that Mexican out. Fuck you. Like I say, you don't jump on somebody's back and expect to not get fucked up.
Yep. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead.
I said people they just don't understand just how violent these women can get. Like these women turn into monsters, bro. And like I said, sometimes you're in a position. Let me just say you're in a position to throw hands. You know, like he said, they'll scratch you up. They'll bite you. They'll spit in your face. They'll kick you in the nuts. Oh yeah, man! I see all kinds of stuff with it happens with me, but with my with my teammates. You know, the worst with me, this guy in my face start cussing me out. But for my teammates, I see all types of nonsense, man. These women get ugly, man. Give them some liquor in their body, man, and they turn to full-blown demons. Man. Yeah, you try to kick them out of the stadium, and they're kicking every audience member in the head.
Every audience member in the head.
Yeah, man, they violent, bro. They violent, man. Man. Oh man, this is, like I said, man, these women ain't innocent for shit, man. Once he gets some liquor in there, especially an Hispanic woman, and then it's over. It's over, man. And they straight up dudes at that point. Chill. So yeah, man. And they want us to just be gentle and have our hands behind our back and act like we can't do nothing
Yeah,
while we're pretty much getting molested by these people. So
yeah,
it's a crazy world, man.
yeah. I can't say because I don't work security. I never seen. Well, I never been in that position. Well, technically, but never. Like I never seen it go crazy. But I know I've had my run-ins, and I told this to James once, where like if there's one kind of person that will piss me off, it's a female, and it's not because and it's just because I can't do nothing about it. And I was telling them one of the times I'm not saying I was crying, but I was really pissed off and really red because this woman kept talking shit and got in my face. And man, I wanted to fuck her up so bad and I couldn't. I held that shit in. And I was just so frustrated because I'm like, I can't do shit to this bitch. And I was so fucking mad. Like, you know that man where like you were angry, but you can't do shit.
Hmm.
And you're just like, ugh. Like it was that situation. That's probably the
Hmm.
only thing I could say. But yeah, I've seen women act up and go crazy, but like I said, never really with me or whatever. And I was never like really like in like I've never seen, I guess, like you guys, because you guys work security. Like Key talk about he threw a girl on a table. No, I guess the only thing I've ever saw was, well, I've seen a couple of things. That's not true. I've seen a couple of things. Um, Mostly it was in high school. One story I'll tell you was it was when we had a riot at my school one day, and this girl was like in the front of it, and she came at a dude, and that dude straight up decked her straight in her face, and she went straight down. I was like, damn. The other story I could tell you, which was a crazy one, this girl was getting beat up by this other girl, and then her friends jumped in, and then the girl who was winning the fight, her boyfriend jumped in and started pounding her in her head. And everybody kept trying to pull him off, and he kept coming back and kept beating on this girl. I was like, damn, it was bad, dude. Like this dude beat the shit out of her, started stomping her and stuff. Guy kept trying to pull him off. He kept coming back and just punching her on her face. And then I remember the next day, everybody's like, "Oh man, like man, you gonna have to fight. You gotta fight this other dude, because there's the other guy. I guess everybody was like, this dude got hands." And he's like, man, that's his girlfriend, dog. He gonna come at you. And everybody was talking about it. Then finally, the dude showed up, and his I guess the dude who was pounding on his girlfriend, his older cousin was like, nah, you ain't gonna fight my cousin. You gotta fight me first. He came up, looked at him. He said, nah, man, we cool. I ain't about to fight you, man. I ain't worried about it. I'm like, damn. So you let your girl get fucked up and did nothing about it. I was like, shit. I was like, okay.
I'm glad I can say that never happened to me.
Yeah, never happened to me either. I mean, like there's days I ran into that I've seen. Like I remember I don't know what happened, but I remember I saw this girl get drugged by her hair one time, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck happened with all that shit. But yeah, I can't say like in my lifetime, do I have like a full story that I was involved in or I seen it well as I became an adult. No, I can't say I've had too many of those. At least not that I can remember. I'm sure I've had some, but most of them I probably can't remember.
Yeah, well, when I say all the fighting, um, it was just mainly just clubs, parties, or wherever. There's after the club, you have the ones who's rowdy and trying to catch a fade. Um, and like I said, it doesn't happen with me because like I said, I'm cool like that. People don't have issues with me, but it'll happen with someone I went with the club with. They get drunk and they end up being those angry drunks or those drunks that want to fight and shit.
That is true.
You
That
know,
is
and then,
true.
they get in a brawl. And most likely, the homie, you have to step in and not really fight, but just to break up the fight and bring that guy away, and and go home.
Oh, you
You
lucky.
know.
No, I had to fight. I actually had to fight because I was in a situation where like if I don't fight, then they're gonna fight me. So I had to fight. There's no question.
Hmm.
But like I know exactly what you're talking about because yeah, that's always where it pops up is when you go to parties all the time. And like I had the pleasure to go with the nigga that always like to fight, the nigga that always got an issue with everybody. And so whenever you go with somebody like that, problems always pop off.
Yeah, I used to give those dudes, some chances, but
Yeah,
at my
exactly.
if you do that once, I'll never hang out with you again.
Exactly.
Yeah, I just value my life too much, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth
Mhm.
it. Like I said, I was pissed off. So I'll tell you the worst incident that happened to me, or I would say the last time, because like at no point at any point did I win. So I was at this house party and I was talking to this girl, right? She was hot. And I'm like, all right, yeah, let me talk, whatever. Then I hear those niggas and they were getting into it. I'm like, oh shit. I was in a situation of, all right, do I sit with this girl and talk with her and chill with her, or do I go with these niggas and go fight? I'm like, you know what? If I don't do it, I won't have a choice. 'Cause I'm about to hear from this later. So I said, fuck it. Let me go ahead and help these niggas out. So I had to leave her and go help these niggas out. The problem is, by the time I got there, there was a big, huge crowd, so I couldn't even get in. So every time I was trying to rush in to help out, like I think I only was able to rush in one time, and I threw like one punch, and I just got pushed back out, so I couldn't even get there. Then, as usual, because that house party, guns go off, everybody runs out, whatever. I see these niggas the next day, and they're like, "Where the fuck were you at?" I'm like, "Nigga, I was there." Like, "No, you weren't, nigga. We didn't see your ass, nigga." I'm like, "Nigga, I was fucking there. I couldn't get in because I kept getting pushed out, so I couldn't really help you all out." I said, "Nah, nigga, you a
Mhm.
bust and all that shit." I'm like, "You know what? Fuck y'all niggas." So the reason why that was so bad, I didn't get the girl. I didn't get no I nobody even saw that I was there. So like at that whole entire situation, there was no winning in that at all.
Mhm.
It was a lose, lose, lose. Niggas was like, nigga, nah, you weren't there, you a buster. Didn't get laid that night, didn't even get the girl's number.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's the last time I rolled with those niggas. I'm like, fuck y'all niggas.
Oh
That
yeah, I just remember. I just remember a situation. This happened before COVID.
hmm
Talk about if you well, she wasn't a side chick, she was a man.
Oh, you're breaking
And
up a little bit.
oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
Well, yeah. So this happened before COVID. Because there was a time that I used to go to not a lot, but I'll go to Laguna Beach. Meet up with some friends up there,
Yeah.
and they'll show me around, and we got the Laguna Beach. Excuse me. Laguna Beach is one of those places where you gotta know a local to have fun. If you
Yeah.
if you if you try to go there on your own and you don't know nothing, you're really not going to enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
So, thankfully, I knew some locals that was friends, and you know, throughout time, the group extended. Right, it got bigger. Meeting people, and we ended up, hanging out. Well, there was this there was this one girl. She was I want to say Thailand. I haven't talked to her in a minute. But her English is not good, and her friends, who's also of the same culture, they didn't really even know English.
Oh
And
shit.
during that night, so it was her. She brought her and some of her cousins that didn't know English like that. and it was me and another person, and the group was small that night. Well, the Laguna Beach is very white, right?
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, let's be real. Uh,
yeah.
uh, so these white guys kept trying to bother them the whole night, and me being the black guy, there's another dude there, but he wasn't black. They kind of have some type of fear on me, even though I'm not the most threatening looking person, but still. So when they bothered them, they kept coming to me, and they will back off, right? So I was kind of like their safety barrier. So then, I leave for a little bit. I'm trying to holler at some other girls myself. They'll go, they're in the corner looking. They'll come bother them, and and come back and they'll come back to me. And this happened throughout the whole night. And then towards the end, one of those dudes snap. He's like, he's like, he's like, bro, you blocking me, my bro. I'm trying to holler at this girl. You blocking me, mama. I turn around, look at this dude. Mind you, I didn't say not one word to this dude at all night. They literally just went up to me, and you all backed off. I wasn't paying these guys no attention whatsoever all night. I wasn't cop blocking nobody, but this dude got all physical, all in my face, try to bother me up and shit like that. I was like, hey, bro, you better calm the hell down, man. Yo, you drunk, man. I'm looking at his homies like, hey, man, you better get your homie over here. So then they started to pull up on me too. I'm like, oh crap. Is this gonna be one of those situations where I'm gonna be on the news? One black guy beat up or got to a brawl with the community and all this other stuff. So so I had to prepare for a brawl. And they're like, "Hey, you cop like it." I'm like, bro, they don't understand English. What the hell are you talking about? So then the other dude in the group, he stepped in with me, and then the girl stepped in, and then some people at the bar stepped in front of these guys. It's like, leave dude. And mind it, I didn't talk to none of these people outside my group. Well, mine's a few girls, but they were gone. I ain't talked to none of these people. I was like, what the hell is this, the Avengers? Now that I'm thinking about it, it's like I literally summoned the Avengers, you know. And then and then these guys, they kind of like backed off and went their own way. And then the girl from Dining is like, "Oh, thank you for protecting me all night and my family all night." Oh, I'm looking, I ain't even doing nothing. I was just mind my own business, but I guess my presence was their protection. So, they thanked me and uh and and the girl from Thailand, she well, she don't work there no more, but she does massages. So she said she owes me one massage session. She owes me one massage session.
Dude,
And
oh, go ahead.
huh?
No, no,
Yeah,
go
yeah,
ahead. I
no,
thought you
just
were done.
close. That's the close off. Yeah, man, that was a wild night, man. That was wild. Like I was literally just mind my own business. And just for me being there, it caused all that controversy. I was yeah,
Dude,
like, go ahead.
no, remember when we were at that bar and we were about to have to fight the entire bar? Yeah, remember that shit?
Yeah, man.
And that was all because of me. Because I didn't want to drink the dude's drink. That was all because of me. That was all because of me. Because remember that dude buys a bunch of drinks and I didn't want
I
to drink
remember
it.
now.
Yeah, and I just kind of left it there. And that dude got in the other homie's face. Shout out to you, man. Like that's why I'm glad I gave you that look, and you're like, all right, don't worry, I got it. Because you had to get the homegirl out of there.
Uh-huh.
I was sitting here because I'm like, because you remember there was only two ways out.
Mm-hmm.
And I did this like he got along pretty well with the bartender, and he had all his homies. I'm like, all right, this is gonna be a long way out. I'm over here trying to see. I'm like, okay, is there any balls I can grab? Because the big thing about you is that you had to get her out of there.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, okay, us two will handle this shit. If it pops off, you got to get her out of here, man. Shout out to the. Go ahead.
I was about to draw up the homegirl across the street or something and come in, and just because there was a lot of people there.
There was a lot.
So I was going to escort. I was going to escort the homegirl to the to a safe spot. I was going to come back, and just in case you guys was brawling, I was going to come in because everyone will be paying attention to you, but not me. So I was going to start kicking motherfuckers in the back.
Yeah. No, what you should have done, because I didn't know you were going to do that. You should have threw her. I don't know if you were driving or if he was driving, but you should have threw her in the car.
No, I wasn't driving that
Okay,
night.
okay, that's fine. Yeah, because I'm about to say now, I can tell you because you should get the car ready. Because I was like, damn, this is gonna be a long one. I'm over here like, all right, bottles here. Okay, I can't go down because all his homies were like over there at the end of the club. Luckily, it's narrow. I'm like, okay, there's two random people here. I'm like, all right, yeah, this is gonna be a long. I said it's gonna be us against a group of people. I said, all right, let's do it. And it's all because I didn't fucking drink his shit. It all started. And I said, shout out to the homie for it. Like, he's like, don't worry, I'll drink it. He drunk it. Cause I remember he was like, oh, so what did he say? Oh, you're not going to respect my graces or whatever, something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah. I'm like, man, fuck this shit. Cause I'm like, I'm not gonna drink your shit. He ain't gonna make me drink your shit.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, man, cause like, that dude was like a Russian guy, right?
I want to say like Irish.
Yeah, something like that. But I'm like, oh yeah. I was like, all right, yeah, this is gonna be a long one. I'm like, let's do this. Man, yeah, that was good. That one was gonna be bad. That one, like I said, only good news that place was narrow. So I'm like, okay, so they're gonna have to jump over the table to get to us. So I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be a long one.
Right.
Man.
Yeah, that was good. Luckily, like I said, thankfully, bringing out the homegirl, it gave me a map of how I was gonna do it. Come back because there was a way I could get you guys out of there quickly. But once I did, we would have to run fast.
That's why I said like we needed somebody to get the car ready. Like there was a lot of people. I'm like, this is gonna be a lot.
God, I was gonna say, homie, give me your keys.
Yeah.
I was fast back then, and I was like, I was starving. You guys just rush the car.
Yeah.
I'll be ready.
Absolutely. We were gonna need that. That was gonna be bad. That was gonna be a bad one.
Yeah.
That was gonna be that one was bad. Even I can admit that. Even at that age though, that was a lot of people.
We talk about just his group alone. It was at least like 10, no?
Yeah.
And then him being cool with everyone else in the bar. That was at least 40 damn people.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a lot. That was not gonna be fun. I'm like, all right, yeah, it's gonna be bad. Oh man, yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy.
Yeah, man.
And it all started because I didn't drink. That's it. That's how it started. I didn't drink.
You know, and that's when I started to learn about the Irish people. I think he was Irish. I mean, when they give you that drink, you just have to drink.
Yeah.
You know, that's part of the culture. You know, and I was like, cause I've had the moments for some reason. I started dealing with a lot of Irish people. I don't know how it just happened. You know, because it's kind of like recently. Well, last year was it last year? I think so. You know, I started to meet all these Ethiopian people. I still don't know why, but
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was for a reason, I guess. So, yeah. But yeah, man. Good times. Good times.
Yeah, definitely, definitely, good, definitely, definitely.